Hello everyone, this is H.M.O.C. and I just want to say thank you to all my old subscribers and welcome my new subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload videos. So you have a recipe that has percentages and you don't know what to do with them to change it into ounces or grams to try and figure out if this recipe will work for you. So today here are my shampoo bars, and I'm going to show you how to formulate a recipe that you might have in percentages that you want to change into ounces or grams. So here we go. Okay, so let me first start by saying this is not a complete recipe, not even close. So I did this just to simplify the issue of figuring out your recipe from percentages to grams or ounces. I deal in ounces, but it would be the same if you were doing it in grams. So remember, this here is my shampoo bars. I wanted to try and have them in the shot, but since I'm so close so you can see my chicken scratch writing, yeah, it's going to be kind of hard. So I'm just going to stick them over here to the side so we kind of have a visual of, let's put them on this side. You can kind of see them in the corner there. Poke that one out. So you can kind of see what we're working with. So you have your percentage recipe. So you have your percentage recipe, and like I said, this is not a complete recipe. It's not, the percentages are not even right. But when you add up your percentages, they should total 100%, if you can see that. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. Okay, so whatever your percentage of whatever ingredient you're using, everything should total up to 100%. I didn't add in mica or anything like that. It's a nominal thing, so you don't have to really worry about coloring if you add it. So basically, what you want to factor in first, I have a little calculator here that I'm going to use. You want to factor what size your bars, your finished bars you want to be. Now, for these shampoo bars, it's different because they don't evaporate any water because there's no water in them. If you're doing like a cold process or hot process, something like that that has water, you have to factor in that water evaporation, and your end result is going to be different from when you first batch your soap. So say your soap, you figure it out to be 5 ounces in a cold process, hot process, oven process. It's going to be smaller once it cures because that water is going to evaporate. With these shampoo bars, it won't evaporate because there's no water in them. So I do my shampoo bars around 2.5 ounces. Like I said, I deal in ounces. If you deal in, say, grams, whatever it may be, say, I'm not sure what the actual conversion is. Say it's 100 grams. That's probably a lot. Let's say 75 grams. Let's do that. 75 grams for a shampoo bar. So you want to then figure out, you got your size of your bar. You want to then figure out how many you want to make. So say you want to make a batch of 6, 10, 12, whatever the case may be. Mine's are going to be, I'm going to do ounces here. Can you see that? Yeah. Ounces, 2.5 ounces, right? Reposition this and it's gonna fall. Okay, so I'm just gonna push it up ever so slightly. There we go. 2.5 ounces times, and basically 2.5 ounces times 6, 15 ounces in total, and that's going to be my total batch size. So 15 ounces is my total batch size, and my bars are 2.5 each, so this will be 6 bars. If I wanted 12 bars, whatever the case may be. Same for grams, 75 grams, and say your batch was 6 again, so 75 times 6. This is kind of hard to do through the camera and whatever. So you're going to be 450 grams. That would be your total batch size. So you figure out how much your bars are. So this is per bar, each bar. So this is each bar total batch. So we're going to figure out take our total batch size, whatever that may be. If I'm talking loud, sorry, I'm right on my phone. I just realized maybe I don't have to talk that loud. So your total batch size. So let's go back to that. And it's 15 ounces. So the first one I have here is foaming silk at 12%. So what I do is take my total batch size, which is 15, times 12%. And you see that says 1.8. So for my foaming silk, I have to put in 1.8 ounces. And it would be the same in grams. So I take my total batch size in grams, which is 450 times 12%. You got 54 grams. So for your foaming silk, you would need 54 grams. Go down to the next one. SCI. Take my total batch size, 15 ounces, times 40%. 40%. And that says 6 ounces. So I would need 6 ounces. That's a 0. Or an O. Why is ounces spelled and we have an abbreviation as OZ? I never understood that. But anyway, whatever. So my total batch size is 450 grams times 40%. And it's 180 grams. Get it so far? And then you would go down. When you add up all these, they should total to your total amount batch size. So I'm going to do that really quickly and show you. Okay, so I have all my percentages worked out, as you can see. A way to double check. Let's start over here. You have your percentages. Say you've formulated this yourself and you've done all your percentages. The way to make sure they're correct and it will work out, hopefully, is to add all your percentages up, and it should add up to 100%. The way to double check your calculations here for ounces, grams, whatever you're using, is to add all them up, and they should total what your total batch is. So let's do the grams here. I'll come over here. I'm not left-handed. I'm actually ambidextrous, but we'll see how this goes. So I'm going to add up all the calculations I have for grams. So 54 plus 180 plus 45. As you can see, I'm going down. 90, 18, and this should add to 450. 31.5, 22.5, 4.5, and 4.5. And as you can see, it adds up to 450. So this total is 450. So that way, you know you've done your calculations right. So if you add these up and your calculations, when added up, don't total up to your total batch size, then you've done something in here wrong. So basically, you're taking your total batch size, times it by your percentage, to get whatever you need for whatever ingredient you're figuring out. So you take the total batch size times your percentage, you get 54 grams or 1.8 ounces, depending on whether you're using grams or ounces. And that's pretty much how you figure out something like a shampoo bar, or you have a percentage recipe, which I like better than ounces or grams, because I can factor this into whatever size batch I want pretty easily and not have to worry about figuring out how many ounces in a gram, how many grams in an ounce. it's just harder this way. When you have, for me anyway, when you have a percentage, it's fairly straightforward. Just figure out your size of your bar, your total batch size, and times it by whatever percentage of that ingredient you need for that batch, and just put it in that way. And always for, say, cold process, hot process, whatever the case may be, once you get this, double check it with a lye calculator, because we're all human, we make mistakes. Once you have this, double check it in a lye calculator. Make sure it's the soapiness, the conditioning, the moisturizing you want for your bar. I haven't found one for a shampoo bar yet, but I've been making these for a little while, and I've pretty much figured out how and what works best in mine. So with what press I have and so forth. So this is how you figure out. Basically, that's all this is. It's not a recipe for shampoo bars or anything else like that. It's just to figure out how to take your percentage recipe that you already have and turn it into ounces or grams. And that's how you do it. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing and click that notification bell to be notified when I upload videos. Thanks again, and have a great day.